Hi, this is Srinivasa Tirunagari. In the last class, we discussed about creating a view and retrieving data from the view. In this class, we are going to discuss about retrieve data by subquery. Topics covered: retrieving data by using a subquery as a source, multiple column subqueries, column comparisons, retrieving data by using a subquery as a source. A subquery is also known as an inner query or nested query. It is a query within another SQL query and embedded in where class. Usually, the subquery is used to return data that will be used in the main query. Rules for subqueries. A subquery must be enclosed within parentheses. A subquery can have only one column in select class. If the subquery have multiple columns, that is also possible, provided there should be multiple columns in the main query to be compared. An order by clause cannot be used in the subquery. So these are some of the rules to write down subqueries. Subquery with select statement. So look at this syntax. We have select statement, select column name, and we have column list from table name to. So we have table list, where column name, and we have operator. This operator mostly is equal to operator or in operator. So select column list from table list where class. This is subquery. I am moving the cursor. So this is the subquery. The results of the subquery is used in the outer query. The select statement in the outer query outside of this parenthesis is known as outer query. Subquery with select statement. Example: write a subquery that returns ID from the customer table whose salary is greater than 4,500. In the main query, the query returns all the records where ID is in values written by subquery. So look at the query. Select star from customers table where ID in. Select ID from customers where salary is greater than 4,500. So the inner query or the subquery is selecting IDs from the customer table where salary is greater than 4,500, and that is compared with the ID in the main query, and it will return the corresponding results. So the diagram here, I am moving the cursor, it shows the result. I will execute this query and show you the results. So look at this. We got the results whose salary is greater than 4,500. So the inner query returns IDs whose salary is greater than 4,500, and in the main query that will be compared. In that IDs only, it will select all the column values. Multiple column subqueries. The meaning is, in the subquery we have a column list. We have multiple columns that are returned by the subquery, and those columns are compared in the main query. In the where class of the main query, you also have column list. They will be compared the values from the inner query or the subquery. So this is the syntax. Select column list from table where column list in is the operator we use, and select column list from table where condition. So multiple column subqueries. So this is the main query. In that main query, say for example, you are comparing the columns manager ID, department ID. In subquery, it returns these values. Manager ID is 100 and department ID is 90. And it will be returned to the main query, and these values will be tested. And 102, the subquery returns 102, that is a manager ID, and the department ID is 60. It returns this and it returns to main query, and that will be tested. Manager ID or department ID and department ID are in this. So it will be tested. Then corresponding records will be retrieved. So example, multiple column subqueries example. Look at this query. Select first name, last name, salary from employees where manager ID, comma, department ID. In the where class we have two columns. In operator is used. In the subquery we have two columns again, manager ID and department ID, but we are retrieving the data from the departments table where department ID in 60 and 90. For these departments I am retrieving the data for manager ID and department ID. So that will be tested for manager ID, department ID. In that values, then the corresponding records will be displayed. So see, the result is shown here. I will execute this query and I will show you the results. So it returns the results, first name, last name and salary. So this is all about subqueries. Thank you.